You've probably sat in a meeting where everyone knows a project is in trouble, but it stays on the list anyway. More resources, more pressure, more reporting. And somehow it's still your problem to explain. That's not a delivery failure. That's what happens when portfolio decisions don't get made. Here's what happens when organizations take on too much. Each project looks reasonable. The business case stacks up. The timeline seems achievable. But at portfolio level, when you look at everything together, priorities conflict. The same people are pulled in multiple directions, and risk builds up across the board. Good project managers can't fix that. No methodology can fix that because the problem isn't execution, it's the decisions made before it even starts. And the longer it goes unaddressed, the more work gets approved that the organization was never realistically able to deliver. Project Portfolio Management, or PPM, shifts where decisions happen. Instead of asking, how do we deliver this project? It asks, should we be doing this project at all? And what are we giving up if we do? In practice, that means three things. Explicit priorities. Projects move forward by decision, not momentum or noise. Real capacity constraints. Planning reflects what the organization can actually absorb. And visible trade-offs. Leaders see the cost before committing, not 6 months later. If you want a clearer breakdown of how this differs from project management, we covered that in another video. You can check that out right here. This isn't a one-time exercise. The portfolio is continuously rebalanced as priorities shift. The reason most PPM efforts don't stick is simpler than you think. Organizations try to manage portfolios using tools built for individual projects, spreadsheets, status reports, deck-by-deck governance reviews, none of which reflect reality fast enough for decisions. The result? Data that's slightly out of date. Prioritization that's really just negotiation, and no one fully trusts the picture that they're looking at. So decisions get made late when problems are already embedded in timelines and budgets. At that point, you're not governing the portfolio, you're reacting to it. When PPM is working, the change is immediate. Decisions get made earlier, before problems build into the plan. Constraints surface when they can still be acted on. Priorities hold steady instead of shifting with every conversation. The portfolio becomes predictable, not because the work is simpler, but because the decisions behind it are stronger. And PMs and PMO leaders stop firefighting and they start governing. PPM isn't about more reporting. It's about the discipline to choose the right work and the structure to keep those choices visible as conditions change. Because until that changes, most organizations won't have a delivery problem. They'll have a decision problem. If your organization is working through this, we have linked the full guide right below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more project management insights.